many years ago, I did not have two divisions. Around 15 or so years ago, did not. I had an acting class. And anyone would come into them. And at the time, there were business people that would come into my acting class. And they ended up getting huge, great results in their career. From salespeople would get higher sales, stronger relationships. CEO, exec types would have more credibility in their leadership. People that were professionals that spent a lot of energy negotiating were able to negotiate more effectively. Now you might say, well, what did I teach them? And in principle, I teach them what I teach my actors, and that is how not to act. Right. Not how to act, how not to act, not how to put on a persona.
What you felt was holding them back is the same thing that holds actors back, which is just stepping into the moment with authenticity. So in the sense of like an executive leading a company, it's the same thing where they're trying to be something, and that's preventing them from really being the most useful or effective.
Yes. Just in this trip, I was working with a lot of C-suite, a lot of them, and I got to say, quite authentic. I'm going to talk about authentic for a moment, since
sure.
I mentioned
in general. Mm-hmm.
Is being authentic enough? And the answer is no. I always tell I know I'm an authenticity authority, and it is vital. But being authentic enough unto itself is not enough. Are you authentically awkward? Are you authentically self-absorbed? Are you authentically nervous all the time?
Yes. Awkward and nervous.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Are you authentically communicating from a disempowered state? Well, how do you authentically change that?
Yeah. How do you?
Well, first you have to identify what the blocks are to being empowered, or to communicating to your that will help you move the message. And then once you identify what the obstacles are, then we have solutions. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah, please.
This story, I tell it all the time, and it's so valuable. So back in the day, I had one class, and executives and actors came to that one class. And this Wall Street guy, very A-type personality, must have been 30 years old. And a lot of very strong, worked out all the time, world beater. And he's brooding. He's in my class. He's all messed up. And I'm like, what's going on? And he was what I call emotionally constipated, very stuck, very like this. And I said, what is happening with you? When it was his time to work. And he said, I have a review tomorrow from my boss, and it looks like they're going to offer me a position, a new job, a new project, a promotion, whatever it was. I forget exactly. And I said, well, that's great. And he goes, if I accept it, I might be able to retire in 3 to 5 years. I'm thinking about the numbers on this. I don't know what they are, but...
Big.
Yeah, very big. Very, very, very big. And I said, so, what's the problem? Because I don't know how to negotiate this. I don't know these numbers. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. There's going to be a lot of people there. There's pressure, a lot of pressure. And I want to be an actor. And I said to him, if I'm your acting mentor, right? He goes, yeah. I said, take the job. Take the job. You can act a lot at 33, at 35. Yeah. That's a good thing. He goes, yeah, but I said, you know what? I want you to do a disobligation workout. And when you do, it goes, what's that? I said, I want you to disobligate yourself from the bottom line. I want you to start with, I don't really care about this. I don't care about what you think about me. I don't care. I'm not here to impress you. I want you to go. So he started, and it was like, I don't care what you think about me, Anthony. I don't care. And then he started to talk to the imaginary people in his meeting.
Right. His boss peers.
Exactly. I don't care what you think, if you think I'm talented. He went on and on and on. And he was up there for a while. I kept him really up there for quite a while. And then he was done. He was finished. And I said, so, how are you feeling now? He goes, I'll never forget it. He was like, I feel lighter. He goes, thanks. I said, all right, take a seat. The class finished. The week came and went, and the next week he comes over to me before we go into class, and he taps me on the shoulder. He goes, can I talk to you? And I said, sure. And he said, remember last week I said I had the review? I said, yeah. Because remember the exercise, the disobligation? Right. He goes, well, how did it go with the review? He goes, he said I had the review. How did it go? And he said, well, they offered me the promotion. I said, what'd you say? He goes, remember the exercise?
Oh, no, he said no. Did he say, fuck you?
Do you remember the exercise? And I said, the disobligation one? I'm like starting to cringe. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
What did you do?
At the time I had hair and I was like, it was all sweating and everything. And so everything was just, and
You're
I'm
responsible.
I'm waiting. And he goes, I told him I didn't need it.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, huh.
Oh, really? Good for you.
And I'm like, what did he say? He goes, he offered me more money.
There you go.
It goes, and it went back and forth like that.
Oh, nice.
And I landed. It goes,
Nice.
and then he shook my hand. He goes, thank you. He goes, you got something here that is
Yeah.
bigger.
So that was when the light bulb went off, and you were like, "This could be broader than just."
It was one of the light bulbs.
Acting,
That was one of the pivoting moments. I'll never forget it because he wasn't bluffing. Bluffing is when you're feeling one
Coming
thing.
false bravado, and
Right. Poker face.
Yeah.
Right. He wasn't bluffing. He didn't need it. Mm-hmm. You know,
He knew his self-worth. And he
just
just stepped in with
didn't
that.
need it.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He didn't act like he didn't need it.
People can sense that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And every now and then you could win with it. You know.
Yeah. Some people might. Yeah.
You know, fake it until you make it, and all that. Why, if you could be it, right?